Welcome back, friends, to the Castro Valley News live show. I kind of got caught. I'm a little embarrassed there. I thought my computer had crashed, so I had another window open, needed to come back. Hey guys, my name is Roberto. This is the Castro Valley News live show. This is a show that we do every Tuesday and Saturday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Let's jump right into the roll call. Good evening to Tiffany. Tiffany is first in the roll call. Dawn is in the house. Welcome to the show. Dawn, I apologize. I was live and I thought I had a couple different windows open and I thought the good evening, Mark. I thought the stream had dropped and I probably looked pretty perturbed there. There you go. Good evening, Gene. Gene is in the house. Bob says, looking forward to a Midway giveaway. There you go. Dawn is calling a tag party. Kathy's in the house. Welcome to the show, Kathy. Michaela is with us. Welcome to the show, Michaela. I'm glad you can join us. Michaela just sent 200 stars. Michaela has sent stars 8 weeks in a row. There's a little icon you can click. You can purchase stars. The money that you spend for those stars goes to the favorite live content creator on Facebook of your choice. Hopefully it's hopefully it's Castro Valley News Live. If not, you can send your stars to anyone else you choose. Scouts Honor, the money that you spend on stars does actually go to us. I've seen the invoices. It's super, super cool. Mark is saying hello to Jean and also asking, what's up, Dawn? Ross is in the house. Good evening, Ross. Kathy just sent 50 stars. Kathy has sent stars 5 weeks in a row. Michael says, hello. Sorry, couldn't stay on Saturday at a birthday party for his girlfriend's mom. It was his girlfriend's mom's 60th birthday. Well, hey, good evening to you, Michael, and happy birthday to your girlfriend's mom. It is her 60th. Happy birthday. Tiffany just sent 150 stars. Tiffany is the queen of stars. She has sent in stars. Oh boy, let me back up here. 22 weeks in a row. Thank you, Tiffany. And Tiffany, you are the queen of stars. Thank you, Tiffany. You are awesome. Jean is saying hello to Mark. Michael is in the house. Welcome to the show, Michael. We've got two different Michaels. Michael S. is in the house. Bear with me a moment here, friends. Mom is in the house. Mom says, hi, Castro Valley. Please wear a mask and social distance. COVID is still here. Good evening, Mom. Hope you're doing well. I love you, Mom. Eileen is in the house. Eileen just sent 100 stars. Eileen has sent stars 20 weeks in a row. Thank you, Eileen. You are awesome. Kathy says hello to Mike S. Dennis is in the house. Welcome to the show, Dennis. Dennis just sent 200 stars. Dennis has sent stars 21 weeks in a row. Whoa. Just making notes for the star honor roll here. Jean says hello to Mom. Mark is saying hello to Mom. Don has just called a tag party and is tagging so many people. Don is tagging Andre, Angie, oh gosh, Aaron, Ashley, Austin, and Becky. Thank you, Don, for tagging so many folks. Maureen is in the house. Maureen just sent 100 stars. Maureen has sent stars 8 weeks in a row. June is asking if I know anything about the jet flyover Sunday. I have heard nothing. Somebody else messaged me something about them. I haven't heard anything about it. Could be something for Mother's Day. I'm not sure. Don is tagging Billy, Brian, Candy, Carl and Carol. Thank you, Don. You are awesome. And let me backtrack. Good evening, June. I, Everybody's commenting about the flyover. I totally missed it. Somebody messaged me, and I guess there were some Jets. Was there a game Sunday? Wasn't for the Raiders. Wasn't for the 49ers. Well, probably not for the Giants. There was, I'm just going to throw this out here because there was a flyover some time ago that was kind of unexplained. And there were, good evening, Maggie. Maggie is back. Welcome back, Maggie. And Kathy says, yes, she heard a super loud jet. Michael says, there are people from Castro Valley and they now live up in Amador County. One of them I know is you, Michael. There you go. And Michael, you are awesome. Bob says he heard him too. I missed him. I was in a different part of the building here. It's a metal roof, and I had loud music on. So there you go. There you go. June says, there you go. June just solved the mystery. The Jets went right over her house, so she likes to think that they were just for her. So there you go. Mariana says she was in Berkeley and saw them, so they were probably flying over the Bay Area. And a couple of months ago, there was a lot. You're welcome, Maggie. Thank you. A couple months ago, there was a lot of military aircraft kind of zip-zapping, zigzagging across the Bay Area, and it was the explanation was the military were doing exercises. So it could be for that, unless otherwise it could have been for a sports game. But I don't think there were. I think there was a Warriors game, but I'm not sure if it was in San Francisco. Maggie is in the house. Maggie's tagging people, Don. You've got competition, Don, because Maggie's tagging Monette, Margaret, and Jessica, and Jose as well. Michael says it could be the Blue Angels flyover. I don't think the whoa. Don just upped the ante with the tag party, tagging Christy, another Christy, Clarice, Darren, Don, Dee Dee, so many people, Dell, Diane, and Edward. Don, you're awesome. There you go. Mark says, nice shirt. Thank you, sir. If you are new to the show, my name is Roberto. This is the Castro Valley News live show. This is the show that we do Tuesdays and Saturdays, 7 to 8 p.m. Mariana says it was not the Blue Angels. Maggie's tagging the real estate girls with the curls. Eric is joining us tonight. Welcome back to the show, Eric. Hope you're doing well. Again, my name is Roberto. This is Castro Valley News. I'm talking too fast. This is the Castro Valley News live show. We do this show Tuesdays and Saturdays from 7 to 8 p.m. It's a cool way for us to talk about things that are happening in the community, things that are on our minds, things that are happening in our backyard, stuff that's important to us. And yes, thank you again, Eric, and everyone who's sending stars. There is an icon here. You can click it. You purchase stars. The money from that purchase goes to the live content creators on Facebook of your choice, your favorite ones. It goes directly to us. Hopefully we are the people that you choose. Somewhere I can hear my mom saying, slow down, Robert. I'm talking too fast and I apologize. David's in the house. Welcome to the show. David, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well also. Mariana says, saw 3 jets flying over Tilden Park. So it kind of sounds like it could be some military exercises that were happening. Maggie is just tagging Ashley. Our moderator is having some fun. We're doing some band comparisons here. Let me see here. What was the last one? Oh, I think it's gone. Darn it. The current one is Beatles or Rage Against the Machine. I'm going. I don't know. I guess the Beatles. Not too fond of Rage Against the Machine, never kind of have been. Yes, so if you are listening, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages, post up a comment and I will give you a shout out. And Dawn is just destroying the competition with the tag party. Don has just tagged Enrique, Frank, Gary, George, Gloria, Grace, another Grace, Greg, two Gregs, Jamie, Jane, and Jason and Jeff. And Maggie is keeping up with tagging James and Jerome and Ashley and Valerie and Olga. Wow. Mark is asking Earth, Wind, and Fire or Chicago? Mark, that's a good one. I can't. Ooh, Earth, Wind, and Fire or Chicago? That's a tough one. Both are funky bands. Both are extremely talented bands with huge, huge horn sections. Wow. Earth, Wind, and Fire or Chicago? Uh, there you go. Michael says it perfectly. Without the Beatles, there would be no Rage Against the Machine. There you go. Okay. Moderator was asking Green Day or Faith No More. That's easy. It's Faith No More all day, every day, because two of the members are from Castro Valley right here. Right here, almost channeled Ed Sullivan. Thank you to whoever sent stars because you saved me from my terrible impersonation. Janella says, hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Chicago for her. You know what? Gosh. And thank you for the stars, Janella. You are awesome, but you probably know that already. You know what? I'm gonna pass on that one because that one's just too tough. I can't choose between Chicago or Earth, Wind, and that's tough. Meredith is in the house. Meredith just sent 50 stars. Meredith has sent stars 9 weeks in a row. Thank you so much. Olga is in the house. Olga is new. Welcome to the show, Olga. John is in the house. So glad you can join us, John. Hope you and your family are doing well. Hope you are on the mend from COVID. Best to you and your family. Maggie just sent 1,000 stars. Guys, that's 1,000 stars with a mic drop icon. Maggie has sent stars 4 weeks in a row. I am awash in the greatness of the 1,000 stars that was just sent by Maggie. I dare anyone to send more than 1,000 stars. Try it. Do it. I dare you. Mariana is choosing Earth, Wind, and Fire. Kathy says, welcome to Ogla. Olga. Olga, I apologize for mispronouncing your name. I'm sorry. I need to take my time. Michael, I saw your comment. You said something about, you have something to say about the Castro Valley News family. Yes, I saw it, Michael. Please lay it on us, Michael. We are waiting to hear. Michael, I love you. You are awesome. Welcome, Olga. So glad you can join us. Thank you for joining us. And I apologize again for mispronouncing your name. I am so glad you can join us. John and his family are doing great. I am so happy to hear about that. You guys are important to us here. And I'm glad that you're doing better. Let's see. Gene says, been a Chicago fan since the beginning, and Earth, Wind, and Fire a bit later. Seen both live many times. Right on. Someone just sent stars. Did I miss someone? No, that was Maggie. Again, I dare you. I dare you to send more than 1,000 stars. Go ahead. Try it. Don just tagged Joe, John, Vicky, John. Lots of Johns. Kathy, Catherine, Kathleen, Katie, Katrina, Kevin. Oh my goodness, there's more. Chris and Leslie. Don, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Janella says, yes, looking forward to the parade Saturday. Definitely. Me as well. There you go. Michael says only the beginning. Mariana just brought something up that I'll mention right now. Thank you so much. Mariana wants to talk about the awesome dog adoption initiative. And yes, we started this last month, I think. And there is a date. Good evening, Kimberly. Welcome back to the show. Kimberly's back. Michael says, when I went to his girlfriend's mom's birthday party, gave his girlfriend flowers, gave her mom flowers too, plus his girlfriend, mom, brother, dad, and new land is, okay, there you go. Girlfriend's brother, family member is the new landlord. Michael, you are a gentleman, showering flowers all around. You are awesome, Michael. Congratulations. You're a gentleman, and that's why I love you. So the dog adoption initiative is something that me and my mom started, and there's some other folks on who are in the family. Cynthia also offered to donate. What we are doing is there is a date, and we can't do this retroactively, but send me, if you please go adopt a shelter dog, and if you do recently, we can't do it retroactively. There have been quite a few requests for retroactive reimbursement. We just simply can't do that. But if you recently adopted a dog from a shelter, number one, I love you. You're awesome. Number two, take some photos and send your information to Castro Valley Television at gmail.com. And you will be eligible for reimbursement for the adoption of your shelter pet. It's coming out of my pocket. It's coming out of my mom's pocket. There are other people who are looking to donate as well to the program. My dog, Hank, who unfortunately passed last Saturday, was a shelter dog, and he was frankly the best thing that ever happened to me. And I miss him a great deal. There's not a day, there's not an hour, there's not even a moment that goes by when I'm here where there's not something that reminds me of how special and amazing Hank was in so many ways. And again, Hank came from the Berkeley Animal Care Shelter, Berkeley Animal Care Services Shelter in Berkeley, 12, 13 years ago, long time ago. Hank was my best friend. He was a shelter dog. And oddly enough, this was launched before Hank's passing last Saturday. So I guess what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to call it the Hank Adoption Reimbursement Program in his honor. Thank you so much, Maggie. Thank you, John. You guys are awesome. Somebody just sent stars. Thank you, because I was about to start crying. Mariana just sent 99 stars. Thank you so much, Mariana. You are awesome. You just saved me from the waterworks starting. So again, one more time, if you adopted a shelter pet recently, we will reimburse you for your adoption fees. We can't do it retroactively. There is a date that is our cutoff date, which I think was a couple weeks ago. Mariana is asking, can you donate towards it? Yes, absolutely you can. Send me an email at castrovalleytelevision@gmail.com. I'll give you that one more time, Mariana. castrovalleytelevision@gmail.com, or send me an inbox message through the page and we will coordinate. I would prefer to reach out to you when the reimbursements happen instead of taking money now, because I don't want it to seem like I'm being dishonest and taking people's money in advance. So if you would like to donate towards this, definitely. There have been quite a few people who are interested in retroactive reimbursements, and we simply just can't do that. We're just doing things that are recent. Paulette is in the house. Paulette just sent 1,000 stars as well. Paulette has sent stars 20 weeks in a row. You are awesome, Paulette. Thank you so much. Just making a note for the stars sending honor roll. Michael, thank you so much. Michael says he's sorry for my loss. Dennis is tagging someone. Bob is asking, did I get a chance to read your tribute to Harry the dog? Yes, I did. It was a lot to digest, and it brought more tears to my eyes, Bob. It was a beautiful testament to your friend Harry. Thank you for sending that over, Bob. I appreciate that. Rob is in the house. Welcome to the show, Rob. And apparently Facebook has placed Dawn in tagging in tag jail. I think Dawn, there's certain limits to the amount of people that you can tag on a post, and as an aside, there's also limits on the amount of people that you can invite to your Facebook page. And yes, Don says Metal Rob is in the house. Welcome to the show, Metal Rob. You are awesome. Thank you for joining us. There was a video of a dog that was rescued from the freeway here, over by it's by Foothill. Anyways, I posted that on Facebook, and I wanted to just give a shout out to the guys with the company. It's called ServPro. Anyways, these guys pulled over to the side of the freeway here. There was a bigger dog darting in and out of traffic. These guys stopped traffic really in the safe way. They kind of inched out and stopped cars, and they rescued the dog. I'm trying to get to the gist of the story here, but it is a little bit of a longer story. Anyways, I shared, it was like a minute long of the video, and it went viral. It went nuts. Literally around the world, there were people in Brazil and Mexico and Spain and all over the place that were liking and sharing the video. So what you can do is, if you have a business page, is people who like it, you can invite them to, they like the video, you can invite them to like your page. And I think I invited a couple of thousand people, and Facebook said, you have reached the limit of people you can invite. Facebook, it said Facebook has limits on certain amounts of actions you can do on your page. So I'm assuming, Don, that you've probably hit kind of that weird Facebook cloud glass ceiling. But Don, thank you so much for tagging so many people. Cali Life is in the house. Welcome to the show, my friend. Paulette just tagged. Michelle, Austin, Nicolette, Billy Ray, Cole, Janella, Christian, Michael, Lisa, and Ashley. Thank you, Paulette, for tagging everyone. So it looks like Paulette is going to be carrying the torch of tagging that Dawn ignited. Anyways, yes, we're still kind of doing the roll call. Dawn says nobody puts baby in the corner. That's a buzz bomb. That is a Dirty Dancing reference. Don, you are awesome for making that comment. We're doing the roll call. If you were listening and you want to shout out, just post up a comment and we'll give you a shout out. If you are new to the show, if you are a first-time listener, we would love to hear from you. David says, there's a guy with some cute, maybe German Shepherd puppies here next to me behind the Dollar Tree as you're talking about dogs. German Shepherds are great dogs. Oh, I love German Shepherds. They are so smart. And one of the best things about German Shepherds, not just being smart, they're super, super loyal. They love to run. They are super, super active. Oh, they are just action heroes, those German Shepherds. John says, remember, Norbridge will be closed on Saturday for the parade. In addition to Norbridge, it's going to be Castro Valley Boulevard is going to be closed, and I believe it's going to be starting at 9, and I think it's going to end at 1. So definitely make note, friends, that Castro Valley Boulevard will be closed this Saturday from 9 to 1. That's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the big and body and brassy and beautiful Rowell Ranch Rodeo Parade, returning mightily after the 2 years of hiatus due to the pandemic. Maggie says she loves her Rottweiler. She is so beautiful. Rottweilers, they are awesome. I'm kind of a dog whisperer. I've been going to dog parks for over a decade, and I've got to know almost every breed. Rottweilers get a bad rap. There were, yeah, Mariana says it's going to be warm Saturday as well too. So bring some water. Rottweilers get a bad rap. There was assertions of violence years ago that they were aggressive dogs. They're not. They're super sweet. They're super mellow. They're really, really nice dogs. Oh, someone just texted me some corrected information when it comes to the Boulevard Road. Bob says I like big dogs. I do. I love little dogs. I'll tell you a story about a little Yorkie in a minute. Yes, so thank you. I'm pretty sure this is Todd. Todd's in the house. Thank you, Todd. So what I mentioned earlier about the road closures on the Boulevard, I hope that was written in pencil. Take your eraser, erase that. The road closures on Saturday begin at 7 a.m. and continue until 2 p.m. And the the Rowell Ranch Rodeo Parade starts at 10. Thank you, Todd. You are awesome, but you know that already. And if you can't make it to the parade, I'll be out there in the heat, coating this bald head in some sunscreen, and I'll be live streaming it to the page for folks who can't make it out there. People who are no longer in Castro Valley. Thank you again, Todd. So I'll give you that one more time. I was incorrect. Castro Valley Boulevard will be closed between, I think it's Redwood and Lake Chabot. I'm probably wrong on that, but definitely between Redwood, I'm pretty sure it's Redwood near Noons, and road closure begins at 7 a.m. and at 2 p.m. Be mindful of that. Use the side streets. Don't get caught in the traffic for the wonderful return of the Rowell Ranch Rodeo Parade this Saturday. Wow. It's almost time for the Midway Giveaway. Let me give you this information since I have like a minute or two right before we get to the Midway Giveaway. You probably saw this already. There is a new business coming to Castro Valley. It's going to be at 20600 Redwood Road. That's the former Connolly's Furniture Store. Ladies and gentlemen, Mancini's Sleep World is coming to Castro Valley. You've heard Randy Mancini on the radio. He's a personable guy. They've got locations across the Bay Area. From what I have seen online, they're reputable. I bought a bed from them. Holy smokes. Paulette says San Miguel to Redwood. I'm sure I was incorrect in the location of where the parade closure is going to be. Hopefully Todd might add some information there. But definitely be mindful at Redwood Road, on Castro Valley Boulevard, in that general area between Redwood to probably San Miguel. Maybe I mentioned this last week. There you go. Our moderator just located the post for Mancini's coming to town. Just definitely be mindful that between 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. there's going to be road closure on Castro Valley Boulevard for the Rowell Ranch Rodeo Parade. Wonderful stuff. I'm excited. I'll be out there live streaming for folks who can't make it out there. And yes, getting back to it, Mancini Sleep World will be opening at the former Connolly's building, 20600 Redwood Road, in the near future. Welcome to our town, Mancini's Sleep World. Connolly's closed months ago. Didn't seem like they... great family, great folks. It just didn't seem like it was the right location for them. They did do some business, but I was talking to a friend offline, about the building there, and parking is just tough there. It's I'm looking at the photo online, and it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 dedicated parking spots to that building. And best of luck to Mancinis. They're going to be occupying that building sometime soon. Whoa, we've got 3 people who sent 1,000 stars, and that's going to be Dawn. Dawn just sent 1,000 stars. Maggie did. And so did Paulette. I'm losing my mind. That's 3 people who sent 1,000 stars tonight. Dawn, Paulette, and Maggie, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. One more time. David says he's going to lose the Midway giveaway just so he can get some free flowers from Michael. Yeah, Michael's a gentleman, buying flowers for everyone. Michael, you are awesome. And yes, before we get to the Midway giveaway, I would definitely, Bob says it's amazing how many people were getting snarky on the page about Mancini. Some people dislike everything. When Dana's was there was parking in back. Yes, thank you, Bob. There is parking in the back as well. There's quite a bit of parking behind what will be the new Mancini's. Bob brings up a point that I think is kind of important. It seems that Castro Valley is fickle with some of the businesses that come here. I think, Bob, in contrast to the people that were snarky, I think there were just as many people who were excited that Mancini's coming here, that building is going to be occupied. And yes, thank you, Michael S. Yes, there is some parking around the back. Thank you guys for bringing that to attention, correcting me, essentially. Let's get to the Midway giveaway, folks. I'm excited for Mancini's to come here. I bought a bed from them a bunch of years ago. It is reliable. It's good. And they are a reputable business, and they do a lot of business. And I think they will be bringing some hearty sums of tax revenue to Alameda County. So there you go. Don and Maggie are calling a 1,000-star challenge, and I'm gonna announce that. I'm gonna promote that. I'm gonna boost the signal of that. Don and Maggie are putting out a 1,000-star challenge. So if you are listening, Don and Maggie are challenging you, the wonderful listeners, to send 1,000 stars. Bob says, Mancini's is better than a mattress fillet. I guess Chick-fil-A. There you go. Dennis just sent 1,100 stars. Dennis has sent stars 21 weeks in a row. Wow. So it looks like Dennis has just upped the ante by sending 1,100 stars. Dennis has sent stars 21 weeks in a row. Cynthia's with us. Good evening, Cynthia. Cynthia, aloha to you as well. Cynthia just sent 200 stars. Cynthia has sent stars 6 weeks in a row. I am amazed. Dennis just sent 1,100 stars. Dennis, of course, has sent stars 21 weeks in a row. I'm making notes all over here. I'm losing my place, and it's amazing. John says Giants 3, Rockies 0. Go Giants. Let's get to the Midway giveaway, folks. I'm 5 minutes late, and I apologize for that. Cross this off here. I'm going to be even more late because I need to let you know, folks, friends, tonight's Midway giveaway is brought to you by Re-elect Sheriff Greg Ahern 2022. Sheriff Ahern is the experience we need to keep us safe. With unprecedented violent crime, property crime, drug addiction, mental health, and homelessness, Sheriff Ahern has a proven plan to reduce crime and keep us safe. A vote for Sheriff Ahern means the prevention of crime by having a positive and visible law enforcement presence in the community. Sheriff Ahern will enforce the law and hold criminals accountable. Sheriff Ahern believes that evidence and realistic-based programs can reduce the cycle of incarceration and deter people from turning to crime. And finally, Sheriff Ahern wants to provide service to the community so that community members can rely on their sheriff's office to be an advocate for them, especially when they are victims of crime. Please vote for Sheriff Greg Ahern in the June 7th primary for Alameda County Sheriff. Greg Ahern has the experience to keep us safe. Thank you again to the candidate. Thank you, Greg Ahern, for sponsoring the Midway Giveaway. Ross brings up a great point here. And I thank you, Ross, for bringing this up. For the people complaining about Mancini's, what were they planning to open? That's a good point. Thank you, Ross, for bringing that up. I think an empty storefront does no good for the community. Mancini's is from what I understand, they're a family company. They do a lot of sales across the Bay Area. I think they're going to bring a huge pot of money, of revenue, to Alameda County. That's going to pay for our roads. It's going to pay for, infrastructure that we need. It'll pay for services that we need. And, Connolly's moved out quite a few months ago. The property was on the market for quite some time. And nobody else leased the place. And Mancini's came to our community and said, this is a good place. This building looks nice. This community is nice. Let's go ahead and open up shop here. And I think, let me rewind that for a moment. And I know I'm speaking for the folks at Mancini's, and I know that's probably not fair, but I think it's probably a good guess that Mancini's came to Castro Valley and said, this is a good community. This is a good location. Let's open up here. And I think the fact that Mancini's opened a location here in Castro Valley, I think they paid us a compliment. Like I said, it seems like they said Castro Valley seems like a good community. This is a good location. Let's open up here. So I, for one, I'm going to thank Mancini's for having the faith in my community to open up here. And like I said, this is not a paid ad. I bought a bed from them before, only because two things. It was a deal. They gave me a deal, and I learned from a past friend how to negotiate with salespeople and friends. It is an art. I was just awash in how much it is a fine art. It is a skill to negotiate with salespeople. And I did that. And I got a great bed at a great price. And darn it, I just sounded like a Mancini Sleep World commercial. Because isn't that what they say in the commercial? It's a great bed at a great price. Randy Mancini, he's got a good speaking voice. He comes across honest. Anyways, that's that. Mancini's, you owe me $500 for that ad just right now. Somebody is calling out DMX or Tupac. Tupac, all day, every day. Tupac's from here. Anyways, yes, thank you. Michael says, get on with the Midway Giveaway. Thank you, Michael. And I apologize for that. Ross brought up a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful point about the whole situation with new businesses coming in here. The more businesses we have in our community, even if they're chains, they are chains that are believing in our community to open up here. With that said, I know there was a lot of pushback against Chick-fil-A. The plan was not good. The location was not good. Let me say that. The location was not good. But I think it says a lot about our community if Chick-fil-A said, hey, let's open up in Castro Valley. They like to spend money on fast food. Let's get some of that fast food money for ourselves. Maggie says her nephew works at Mancini's. There you go. Yes, Michael said it perfectly. Get on with the Midway giveaway, Roberto. Guys, it doesn't get any funner in Castro Valley than Golfland. I mean, there's other fun spots, but Golfland, thumbs up. They're a blast. They're doing well. When I purchased this gift card today, I had an opportunity to speak to one of the gentlemen that works there. Their business is bouncing back. They're doing good. Revenues are coming in. People are going out there and having fun. And Golfland's just, it's awesome. And also, the Three Dragons are on top of the mountain of cement covering a safe. Tonight's Midway giveaway, the question is associated with the location where Mancini's is. And that location, let me give you the, let me pull up this thing right here so I can give you the address. Again, and I'm a little proud of myself because the Midway giveaway is associated directly to one of the things we've been discussing. That's Mancini's Sleep World. So the building, which is 20600 Redwood Road, the Midway giveaway question is associated directly with that, and I'm going to give you the means for you to contact me to win the gift card. You have to post your answer in the thread in the comments, or you can text me at 510-331-9112. Either means works. Again, post your answer in the comment thread or text me at 510-331-9112. First person to provide the correct answer wins. So, directly tied into where Mancini's will be located when they open, that is 20600 Redwood Road. Please, kindly name the 2 furniture businesses that occupied that building where Mancini's will be. And again, I'll give you the question in a different way. Name the 2 furniture businesses that occupied 20600 Redwood Road, where Mancini's will be opening soon. Again, $20 to Golfland. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Michael, Dana's Party Planet, good guess, but they were furniture business. Maureen has a good guess. Maureen, you're half right. There were 2 furniture businesses in that building. Name them. 20600 Redwood Road. There were 2 furniture businesses there previous. Name them. Maureen, you're half right. Bob is half right. Don is half correct. Michael is, you're wrong. Michael S is incorrect. Kathy is half correct. There's 2. You need both. I don't think Mom knows this one either. Mom, I love you. And somebody said, someone just texted in, not correct. The person that just texted me, you are half correct. I can't believe I stumped you guys on this one. Michael B, you are half correct. Everybody's half correct on this one. I gave you the question one more time. Michelle is half correct. Lupita is half correct. Welcome, Michelle and Lupita, to the show. So glad you guys can join us. I'll give you the question one more time. Name the 2 furniture businesses that occupied 20600 Redwood Road, where Mancini Sleep World will be opening in the near future. There are two furniture businesses that occupied that building in the past. Everybody's half right on this one. Everybody is half correct with Connolly's. Connolly's is half correct. God, I stumped you guys. Someone's got to get this. I think Bob's got to know this one. Bob's got Janella won. Congratulations, Janella. The correct answer is Avers and Connolly's. Congratulations, Janella. You won $20 to Golfland. All right. And Janella, I know where your office is. I'll bring this by to you. You let me know a good time. Congratulations, Janella. I'll give you the answer with the question. The two furniture businesses that occupied the building where Mancini's is going to be opening soon, that address is 20600 Redwood Road. Those two businesses are Avers and Connolly's. Congratulations, Janella. In addition to this gift card to Golfland, I will definitely bring you a couple of these fancy schmancy stickers. They're vinyl. They're awesome. They would look fancy in your locker. They would look great on a microphone, but I'm not going to stick it on there. Janella, congratulations. You are awesome. Thank you for all that you do in our community and all that you do for this show. Bob is asking, Avers was there when? And I am guessing, as I swab my chin, I think they were there in the 70s. So with that said, congratulations again, Janella. Janella, definitely let me know the best way to get this to you. If it's mail, I can put this in the mail. Or again, I know where your office is. I can bring this by your office, whatever's convenient for you. I would love to see you. You are one of my favorite people in Castro Valley, so let me know. We did the Midway. Next thing on the list. You probably saw this. We posted this yesterday. The family, this is super sad. The family confirmed that Sharon Murch, who was the mother of Michaela Garrett, passed away on Mother's Day after a long and brave battle with cancer. Michael B, I'm glad you asked. Michael B, send me an inbox message and I will mail some of these cool stickers to you. That's all you got to do. Anybody else who wants one of these fancy schmancy, beautiful vinyl stickers, shoot me an inbox message and I will get these mailed off to you. Postage is on me. Send me an inbox and I will send you some of these stickers. And just checking here. Michelle said she did something too and it didn't help her. What was that, and how can I help you with something that somebody else didn't help you with? Let me know, Michelle. What do you need help with? I am here for you. Aisha is in the house. Welcome to the show, Aisha. Glad you can join us. Let me get back to the list here. Yes, unfortunately, Sharon Murch, who was the mother of Michaela Garrett, passed away on Mother's Day after a long and brave battle with cancer. You probably know in 1988, Michaela was abducted from a Hayward supermarket while shopping with a friend. And 2 years ago, after 32 years, a suspect was identified and charged with the abduction and murder of Michaela. This is super sad. There you go. Oh, Janella got the answer by Googling it. Michael, just send me an inbox to the page and with your address, and I will definitely get that to you. Oh, okay. Back in here. Michelle said Googling it didn't help her. Okay. Janella must have known the secret sauce to finding that. I just wanted to mention this because I remember that abduction in 1988, and that happened in Hayward, and the Bay Area collectively held their breath after that happened. I was just a little kid myself, but I remember when Michaela went missing. It was not an abduction immediately, but it's just super sad to hear the next chapter in that whole story, where Sharon passed on Mother's Day, and I wanted to mention that because I wanted to share my memory back in 1988 when that happened. I remember when she went missing, because Hayward is super close to us here, and I just wanted to hear your recollections if you guys remember when that happened in 1988, and super sad. Never had the opportunity to meet Sharon, but I know there's a lot of people here in Castro Valley who knew her. There were quite a few people in the community who messaged me who had heard of her passing, and quite a few people messaged me and were urging me to get some information to confirm. And thankfully, I reached out to a family member, and they said that it was okay for me to share the information. And I wanted to also share that with you. Is I heard the information from quite a few people in the community. There was another post on a different Hayward page that had kind of alluded to it, but I wanted to make sure that the family was okay with me sharing any information. That's how I roll when it comes to news. I don't just throw things out there without permission, especially when it's something like that. I wanted to be as respectful to the family as possible, getting their permission in advance. That's how I was taught by the wonderful, mighty Fred Zender with the Castro Valley News and the San Leandro Times, that you need permission for something. You need permission for a lot of things when it comes to journalism and reporting. And that's what I did. I wanted to let you know that that's how I approached that. I messaged numerous family members. One of them actually thankfully got back to me and gave me the information, and basically said, said feel free. And like I said, it's a terrible and sad chapter to that entire story, that Sharon passed on Mother's Day, of all days. So let me move on from that. That's just sad. We did the adoption program. We're probably going to go into overtime tonight, which is cool. I'm okay with that. Thank you. Paulette just shared some information from CNN about man who was already in prison was charged with the murder of the abduction and murder of Michaela Garrett in 1988. She was 9, by the way. And there you go. Mark says, it was scary. I remember the day that happened. Karen is in the house. Good evening, Karen. Karen says, good evening to you and my furry friend, Hank. Remember that sad story. Karen, thank you for joining us. And I hope you're doing well. You are awesome, Karen. I love that you join us often. Jean says, we all waited with bated breath about Michaela each day. Sorry for the family's loss, but now mother and daughter can rest being united. Eileen says, children were no longer allowed to just be outside riding our bikes all over. Parents kept their children close to home. Shortly after Amber Schwartz Garcia and Eileen Mishloff went missing, it was scary. There was also was it the young man, the boy Collins, I can't think of his first name. He was also abducted. There were a lot of abductions in the 80s that just rocked the Bay Area. Bob says Michaela in Hayward, Eileen Mishloff in Dublin, and Amber Schwartz Garcia in Pinole all near the same time. My girls were in elementary age, and it was very scary. Then Jenny Lynn hit home. Jenny was my daughter's classmate. Those things just can rock the community, and when they rock the community in a certain way, it just the reverberation. Thank you, Eileen. Kevin Collins, thank you. I could see his face, but I couldn't think of his name. Those abductions and those situations, those crimes, just completely rock the Bay Area. And thank you again, Maureen, said Kevin Collins. I remember all of those happening. I remember each of those happening. I remember the news just being a buzz with the news of those abductions and those situations, and it was scary. I was a kid and maybe a tween, a preteen at the time, and it of course it was pre-internet, it was pre-cell phone, so word of those things didn't spread fast. Bob says Kevin was from San Francisco. Thank you, Bob. But now, in this day and age of us and our children having cell phones, I think it adds a teensy bit more security to those kids, but it may not. It's those stories just were being a kid myself or a young man myself, hearing those things were just so scary. With that said, I don't know how to sum that up. The children are so precious, and like Bob said, it made parents and kids pause before we would go to the store, and Michaela was with a friend, so she was not alone. But yeah, and all of those kind of happened within a very short period of each other, and the Bay Area was just rocked and shocked by all those, and I don't know how to gracefully sum that up, other than if you have children, I don't want to tell you how to parent, but keep an extra eye on them. It's sorry, it got really heavy here, and I apologize. Let's move the show forward to Mom's critiques. There you go. Mom summed it up perfectly. Mom said it scared the parents. And that was probably a good thing, because it was kind of a mental alert to keep an extra eye on your kids. Maureen says the Giants are beating the Rockies 3-1. There you go. Michael brings up a wonderful point. There's always someone missing in the world today. There's always someone missing in the world. There is always someone missing someone else in the world. Beautiful point, Michael. Thank you. Maggie says, I'm the leader for a non-business women's community, and we support a lot of nonprofits, and one is dealing with human trafficking happening daily, locally. Lots of young girls. I am at where our office is here on Foothill, past Three Cross Church. I'm going to tell you, there's a couple motels here, and there has been legitimate human trafficking of young girls at both motels. Nothing against the owners of those motels. They are doing business. I would thank you. Maureen said, I thought I would lighten the mood for a second. And here we are back in the dark depths of the human condition. Human trafficking is real. There were females under the age of 15 at both of the motels by men of older ages, and thank goodness, and I know this is going to sound biased, thank goodness it was brought to the attention of the Alameda County sheriffs, and they came and they dealt with these despicable male human traffickers and rescued those girls. And I'm not making this up. This is not BS. I heard both incidents happen. Um, it's legit. It's not just something that people are making up to put in the headlines to put fear in you. This happens. This one guy had the young lady at knife point. She was, I think, 14, against her will. And they took that dude to jail where he belongs and hopefully returned the young lady to her family. The other motel, she may have been 16, so I think I spoke out of turn in them both being under 15. I think she was 16, being held against her will, acting as a prostitute. And it's real and it's disgusting. So thank you so much, Maggie, for bringing that up. And I apologize for getting super, super dark, but those things happen. And yes, let's get to Mom's Critiques. This is something that I do every episode. Hi, Mom, I love you. My mom gives feedback, points to think about, things that could be improved upon last episode. So these are things that Mom liked, maybe disliked, maybe loved from Saturday's episode. Mom says the show is super helpful to hear about upcoming events, especially cruise nights. And yes, friends, cruise night's coming up. I won't spend a whole bunch of time on cruise night. It's coming up August 27th. It's going to be 6 to 11 p.m. Castro Valley Boulevard between Stanton and Forest Avenue. It's going to be our first unofficial Castro Valley News Live hangout. Bob just called it overtime. Don says Audria is in the house. Welcome to the show, Audria. The second Mom's critique is everyone on the show is so nice, supportive, and considerate to each other. That's because we've got a beautiful family here on the Castro Valley News live show. Michael, thank you. Michael says, my mom is the best. Don is giving a shout out to Mom. John is giving a shout out to Mom. Hi, Mom. I love you. You are awesome. And you know that. I have the best mom in the world. I know you think yours is the best, but my mom is the best too. Our moms are the best. So that's Mom's critiques. We're going to go deep into overtime because I've got another segment here. John is asking about the Fall Festival. I believe the Fall Festival is happening. I will reach out to folks in the know and get some information on that. Maggie says, hello to Mom. The next thing that we do, the next feature that we just started is, it's a feature that I have named, I Thought You'd Never Ask. And I put this together because I know people are bashful, people are shy, people may have questions, things that are on your mind, things that you are concerned about. Maureen says, happy belated birthday, happy belated Mother's Day to Mom. There you go. Maggie says overtime is good. Overtime is great. I don't mind it. But let's do the show for 2 hours. I'm joking. It could happen. Could happen. So the new feature that we have every episode is called I Thought You Would Never Ask, because I know people are bashful, people are shy, people have questions. They may not want to post these questions in the thread and might be concerned that people might point them out. And there you go. Janella has the answer for you. The Fall Festival is happening. Janella is co-chairing the Fall Festival with wonderful, delightful Todd Anglin. Todd Anglin's the man. Love me some Todd. Todd's a cool dude. Todd, if you don't know this, Todd and Janella do so much stuff behind the scenes to improve our community. It's ridiculous. And they are cool people. Janella Anguiano is at Century 21 Real Estate on Redwood Road. Todd Anglin is an amazing, these are not ads, paid ads by the way. Todd Anglin is an amazing State Farm insurance agent. They both do so much stuff for the Chamber of Commerce with Rotary, you name it, they do it. Getting back to the list, this is the new segment that we have. I Thought You'd Never Ask. And this is a cool way. You can send me an email. You can ask your questions. I can try to answer them or address them anonymously. You remain anonymous with your questions, so nobody's going to say, hey, Steve, why'd you ask that question, you big lunk? No one's going to say that because it's all anonymous here. All you have to do, if you have a question you would like to have read during the show anonymously, and people like the anonymous factor, all you got to do is email your questions to them, THEM, burningquestions @gmail.com. I'll give you that one more time. The email is themburningquestions@gmail.com. Guys, I want to hear your questions. Send them anonymously, and we'll read them, and I'll try to answer them during the show. I have 3 for this week, so people are sending in questions. I love it. It's cool. It makes the show flow better, and I get to field your questions and ask them and address them live. Karen is signing off to watch the Patrick Marceau speech. Karen, you're awesome. Thank you for joining us. Michael, I did discuss your question, and you have to look at Saturday's episode for the answer. And there were a lot of other people who commented on it as well. And there you go. Our moderator just posted up, I thought you would never ask segment. The email is themburningquestions@gmail.com. Guys, I would love to hear your questions. I want to hear what's on your mind. Themburningquestions@gmail.com. We may go deep into overtime because one of these questions is controversial. It's hot. It's a hot potato. It's a third rail. It's a tough one. But I'm going to back into it. I'm going to save the tough one for last. One of the questions received from a listener is in regards to a huge election campaign sign that is attached to a house and a tree on Somerset Avenue. You've probably seen it. This person is asking, what do folks think about this? What do I think about it? It is a campaign sign for Sheriff Ahern, and he is canvassing. Sheriff Ahern's got signs all over town. I'm assuming he's probably all over Alameda County. He's got ads with us. I guess I can give you my perspective on the campaign sign. It's a huge vinyl sign attached to a house and a tree, so it is very visible from Somerset. What do I think about it? I think it's an election, and I think Sheriff Ahern has gone unchallenged for a couple years, and he's got 2 challengers. I think he's in the game to win it. So he's putting signs across town. He's being visible. He's campaigning. I'm sure there's some people who probably don't like the sign. My hope, and I know that there are some people in Castro Valley who are very on top of the campaign signs. As soon as the elections are over, there are people who go out across Castro Valley and they remove them themselves. They are people who are not associated with the election or the people running. So I'm going to guess that the majority of the election candidate signs in Castro Valley are going to be removed immediately after the election. And thank you, Randall. It's the First Amendment to the Constitution. There you go. Thank you, Randall, and welcome to the show. Another question that came in, and this segment is called I Thought You'd Never Ask, where you can email me your questions and I can address them, answer them, or try and find answers or information on them anonymously. So I'm not going to out you. I'm not going to mention your name. Please email those questions because I know you've got them. They're right here on the top of your mind. Here too, they're at the tip of your tongue. Send them in. I love them. Themburningquestions@gmail.com. And I'm going to mention that email address numerous times before the segment is over because I want to hear your questions. I love them. This is a cool segment. I love it. The next question came in asking, why do you give so much attention to vowels? They are in Hayward. And I'm going to answer this on a personal level. George at Val's, he's like a father figure to me. And ever since I first met George lots of years ago, probably over 2 decades ago, George has always been kind to me. He has always been super generous. He has always been an amazing friend. And he's an old car guy. I love the model that Val's has. It's old school, it's throwback, it's vintage. So that's why I give so much attention to Val's. Ross is asking, maybe Boulevard Burger could hang their sign there. Are you suggesting that Boulevard Burger hang their sign outside Val's? Or the Boulevard Burger sign hang outside of Boulevard Burger? Ross, clarify, and let's talk about that one. And I haven't given any attention to Val's for a long time, but I'm giving them attention now. George is, there you go. Paulette says, well, and it's Val's. You know, if you ever talk to George and get to know him more outside of the persona and the mustache, George gives so much of himself to people in the community. There you go. Bob says Castro Valley claims Val's as their own. Technically, Val's is one street outside of Castro Valley. They're in Fairview, Hayward, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is geographically there. Like I said, I give attention to Val's because George has a huge heart. He is a sweet, generous man. Don says Ross is a boss. Yes, he is. And I love the business. It's a throwback. It's a classic. It's vintage. It's cash only, which I know people don't like. And I'm going to cut this off because I'm giving more attention to Val's. There you go. The last of the three here. This is probably going to tee some people off. And again, this is the segment we call "I Thought You Never Asked," and I love it because we are ankle deep. We're actually hip deep in controversy tonight. If you have questions you would like to have addressed live, anonymously, email them, please. Them burning questions at gmail.com. Ross says sign double standards. Maybe Boulevard Burger could hang their sign from a tree. I think the difference happening here, Ross, is the campaign signs are temporary and the Boulevard Burger sign was permanent. And the Boulevard Burger sign that they had, the arrow that went over the parapet, was extremely illegal and dangerous. That is what attracted the attention of the county code enforcement, and the illuminated signs were unfortunately illegal as well. I honestly think in my heart of hearts, and I love Boulevard Burger, they're awesome people. I honestly think had Boulevard Burger not installed that arrow, so if you look at the building, there's something called the parapet. The arrow went, and I'm blocking the audio, the arrow went over the parapet. It was attached to the parapet, and had that arrow fallen on someone could have got injured and they would have potentially been sued. Someone could have been hurt seriously. I loved the Boulevard Burger sign. I do see the point with that arrow. It needed to be removed. And so somebody complained about the arrow and the illuminated sign, and they both came down. And that is unfortunate. I love Boulevard Burger. They're good people. I'm not sure if the same gentleman is the manager or owner there. There you go. Randall says it perfectly. Code enforcement received a concern from a citizen for that arrow and for the light. That's why the Boulevard Burger sign disappeared. And that was controversial. That was huge. That ended up on TV news about the Boulevard Burger sign being removed. It's still on the inside of Boulevard Burger, and you can check it out anytime. Maureen brings up a wonderful point. Also, the campaign sign is on private property. So, and thank you for bringing that up. That big sign on Somerset is actually on private property. If someone complains about it, I would assume code enforcement would go out and investigate. But since it's a campaign sign, it may have a grace period of being up until after the election. Thank you, Ross, for those wonderful points that you brought up about signage. I think there's a lot of signage issues here in Castro Valley, in Alameda County. Don't really, I don't know, sometimes are not equitable to all of the businesses. Some businesses on the Boulevard have murals and big lights and other features that a lot of other businesses have been denied on in the past. And it's been something that is historically troubled me. I remember when Del Cafe went before the MAC, they were looking to repaint. This was a lot of years ago. They ended up having to come back to the MAC, I think 3 or 4 times because they had too many colors. So that's how that works. Don says, Ross is a boss. Don, you are the man, my friend. Ross is a boss. Thank you, Ross, for bringing up those points. I love talking about things. I love this segment because it allows us in a different way to talk about more things in our community. Maggie says, we're losing people down to 23. Where is everyone going? I'm just emitting hot air and people are getting tired of hearing about it. We still have 19 people, which is a pretty darn good show right now. Don says, shout out to Misty at Classy Canine Wiggle Rumps. Yes. David says, I'd say as long as signage is safe and fair rules, I'm okay with them. I agree. They need to be equitable. Should I save this? I thought you would never ask for next episode because we're 1:17, 1 hour and 17 minutes, 19 people listening. This is the controversial one. I can save it for next week. I should save it for next week. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And in the meantime, I'm gonna give you the address again, the email address for the I Thought You'd Never Ask segment. themburningquestions@gmail.com. Okay, Maureen wants to hear it. I won't save it then. I know where this one came from. Do you think the Canoe will or can ever return to Castro Valley? And there's 2 parts to that question. Mom says yes. Mom says yes. Do I think the Canoe, and do you guys think the Canoe will ever return to Castro Valley? Will it? I don't think so. Can it? Yes. The Canoe was situated on Redwood Road back in the 90s. It was up there for a month. People blew up. Kelly says no. Bob says yes. Paulette is laughing. Paulette says she thinks it should. I'll give you 2 things, points of interest here that are components to the entire story of the Canoe. 2 things. The artist, Sheila Klein, she lives in Washington. Part of the agreement of her contract is she has 50 years approval or disapproval rights to whether that piece of art can ever return. So, if there was ever a desire for the Canoe to return to a location in Castro Valley, there's going to be a number of layers of approval. Sheila Klein, the artist, she's going to have to approve. If the 50 years grace period expires, then it might be a little bit easier for the canoe to return. But I'm gonna guess that after those 50 years have expired, people may not think of it anymore. I certainly, and I'll give you some backstory. I've done a couple stories. I've done numerous stories about the canoe because it fascinates me. I think it's us as Castro Valley, we as Castro Valley, we're one of the very few communities that had public art removed after it was installed. So I think that's something that we should be proud of, because Castro Valley at the time collectively spoke up and said, we do not like this piece of art. We want it removed. Supervisor Mary King heard that sentiment from the community, and it was removed. It's I know there's a lot of people who think that we're paying rent for it. We're not. It's basically being stored in a maintenance warehouse in Dublin. Ross is salty about the sign. He says we could hang it from a tree temporarily. It's heavy, Ross. It's steel. I think it would pull the tree down. Maybe we could put it in a tree temporarily if it was an advertisement for a candidate. Kathy says, I think she's probably pretty mad at Castro Valley. Kathy, you're correct. I spoke to her over 10 years ago on the telephone, and she was very short with what she said. She basically told me, I don't care about that piece of art. She did say she would prefer that it would not return to display in the public because, oh gosh, this was when I was with the forum. This was probably 15 years ago. There was a gentleman who lived in the hills, and he started a pitch. He wanted the canoe to return, and he had some graphics that it would look good on the median near Lake Chabot. And I think another location was over on the hill by the ridge, and it went before the MAC, and the MAC were just based. No. Cheryl Moralia, who was on the MAC at the time, she extended the olive branch and set up a Survey Monkey survey and garnered the temperature of the people in Castro Valley, whether they wanted the canoe to return or not. It was kind of tight, but the overwhelming sentiment was no. So I think, in my heart of hearts, I don't think it will return. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. My pencils have erasers. Can it return? Yes. It's going to take some time, though. It might take some time and healing. My personal thoughts on the canoe, I know a lot of people called it the pickle. Another thing that bears mentioning in regards to the artist who lives in Seattle now, right after the canoe was installed, she was out on Redwood Road working on doing some touch-ups, and there were people in Castro Valley physically threatening her. And there were Alameda County sheriffs who had to go out there and guard the artist while she was working on that piece of art way back in the 90s. And that's kind of embarrassing that people threatened her. There was a radio DJ, Man Cow, with Live 107.7, or I don't remember the radio station, dang it. He lost his job because I think he went on the air and told people to go destroy it. And that's not a good thing to do. I don't mind the canoe. It's gold and green. Those are the colors of, it's actually yellow and green. It was supposedly tied in some way in the design for the Ohlone Indians, the Native Americans who were here. Randall says, when my wife and I saw the sign from a distance, it appeared to be a green pickle held up by French fries that spelled Valley. We thought it was celebrating all the fast food in Castro Valley. Randall, you summed it up. I think you encapsulated, you summarized, you gave the Reader's Digest version of why I think it's not going to return to Castro Valley. These questions have made the I Thought You'd Never Ask segment so much fun, so awesome. Guys, I know you have questions that you would like to be discussed or you would like to pose and have us talk about anonymously. Because if someone posted up in the comments, do you think the canoe will ever or can or will ever return? Someone might come after that person and say, hey, you bring that up. I have had people in town tell me, because I've done numerous stories on the canoe, they have said, stop bringing this up. There are people, appointed and elected officials, both have told me, stop bringing the canoe up. I think it's fascinating. It's one of the cool stories. Like I said, we are very unique, and I think it's noteworthy that, like I said, Castro Valley was one of the very few and rare communities that had public art removed. That public art was six figures. I wish I do at the top of my head. Paid for through the county's Alameda County Public Arts Commission. There were public meetings. They weren't well attended. There was a committee that approved the canoe. There were Castro Valley people appointed to that board. It seems like those meetings were not attended enough. Anyways, guys, one last time, every episode I'm going to try to do a I thought you would never ask segment, because I think they're a blast. I love them. You have questions, I would love for you to send them to me anonymously. Them burningquestions@gmail.com. Do it now. There you go. Randall says it was a little more than $100,000 for the canoe sign. I'm going to end the show here. I'm going to thank all of the 1,000 star donators, Maggie, Paulette, and Dawn. And Dennis sent 1,100 stars. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing, to say the least. Also, the stars on a roll. Tiffany has sent stars 22 weeks in a row. Dennis has sent stars 21 weeks in a row. Eileen has sent stars 20 weeks in a row. Paulette also has sent stars 20 weeks in a row. You guys are awesome. Thank you to Olga, who is new, who joined us tonight. Guys, we are going to do this again. Billy Ray is on. Billy Ray. Oh, Billy Ray is the man. I love me some Billy Ray. Billy Ray, we're doing cruise night again in August on the 27th. Bring your beautiful car out and cruise with us. Everyone else, please join us for cruise night. It's going to be, it's August 27th, 6 to 11 p.m. We'll have booths at the tire place next to Safeway. It's going to be the first official Castro Valley News live family hangout. I hope to see you all there. Have a good night, Tiffany. We'll do this again. Episode 130 is coming up Saturday. Holy smokes. Hope to see you there. As always, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. You guys are awesome. Paulette says, good night, Mom. See you Saturday night as well, Eileen. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. This has been an amazing show because of you guys. You guys make it great. Thank you. Good night, guys.